Today we're comparing two lenses, the Tamron 11-18 and the Sigma 10-20mm. Now these two lenses are wide angle lenses. If you look at the surface of them, they have this bubble-like effect. Let me show you. So if you can see that slight curve, this is the Sigma. So you can see the slight curve, that's the Sigma. We are looking at a we're looking at a decent curve, but we have the Tamron. Now, as you can see from the two curves on the lenses, these are two very similar lenses. They're used for wide angle and they have that bubble effect. Now, my main reason for buying these was to use them in real estate, because when you look through a lens and you see how much you can cover with this lens, it's amazing how much you... Do not let this happen. How much of a room you can cover with a wide angle lens. You're able to get pretty much the entire room in one shot. Now with the Sigma, we're dealing a 4 to 5.6 aperture and DC HSM model. Now this is a really good model because for a lot of the lenses I have, for example, my 24-70, the 70-200, and even this one now, they all are not as... They're not very loud, and some people might say, okay, it is, but I found that these are manageable and you can easily remove the sound. Hard to remove the sound as maybe something as the Tamron. So I'll show you a comparison in a second where this one is a lot quieter, I feel, and I'm actually much more happy to use it than the Tamron. Now, what I'm testing it on is a 90D. So I'll show you some comparison shots from your perspective, from where you're viewing, on what it looks like from where I am, on how wide you can get the angle. So just for comparison on the sound, here's what the Sigma sounds like on the 90D, and the mic is up close to me. It's about arm's length, where my arm is over here. The mic is right over here, just so you know. So as you can see, it's not super loud. Now let me go switch to Tamron and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so now this is the Tamron. And again, the mic is right in front of me where my hand is, just so you know, and it's on the 90D. So that was me holding both the lenses right next to the mic, so you can hear exactly what it sounds like. And I was using the focus thing a little bit to move it, but other than that, most of it was autofocus. So there is a big difference in the sound. You're gonna hear a lot more of like a electronic, almost like robotic sound by the Tamron. And sure, this might be an older lens, but that isn't the best if you want to do video. If you want to do photo, by all means, this is this is a really good lens, and I've used it. The only thing I have noticed is that with this lens, it is a little bit harder to focus, and sometimes it actually misses focus. But overall, if you're doing something where you don't really require a lot of action, or like maybe it's a person, you'll be fine. You'll be able to get as much as you want, and it'll be fine. Now with the Sigma, I actually have just recently gotten it, but from my experience, from what I've taken pictures of and what I've seen, and just in general, it's a lot quieter, it's a lot better, and it also just is much more widely usable. Although, now one thing though is both these lenses are great. So I'm planning to use them for real estate, and these ones won't matter in terms of the sound, all that stuff. But if you're using it for events, if you're using something where you need to have the wide coverage with basically no sound, hear the Tamron and like something like a wedding where it's mostly quiet and just a speech, it'll be quite loud. This will be a better option. I'll put the release dates on the screen so you can see when they were released, just a comparison, because the reason I'm comparing these two is these lenses are budget. They both have autofocus. They're really good. I've had a little bit more experience with the Tamron just because I've had it longer, but they are both easily affordable. I found this for about $180. I found this surprisingly for about $60. So I'm going to take a picture from your perspective, from where I'm sitting, so you can see exactly how much wide field of view you can get on both lenses. This is 11. Before we continue on with the video, be sure to like and subscribe down below so you can see more of these videos. Let's get right back into the video. If you're trying to use these two lenses for something like real estate or where you don't have to worry about there being a lot of sound, then this Tamron will be more than enough. You'll be able to use it and you won't have to have any worry. Just know that if you're using it for real estate, it will be fine because you don't have to worry about focusing nearly as much compared to something like an event where you have to get that split-second shot. My overall pick is the Sigma. And even though I've had it for a less amount of time than the Tamron, I feel like this misses less because you get better focus, it's quieter, and honestly, it just feels like it's better well built. The Tamron feels pretty solid actually. It feels a little bit more rugged. It feels like if I drop it, it won't happen, and I think will likely break. But again, it's also a hard plastic casing, so who knows. The Sigma feels like my other Sigma lenses where it feels more robust. It's more metally, I feel, but it could also just be very hard plastic. It feels and looks better, in my opinion, just because it doesn't look as old comparatively, if you can see. Overall, my choice is the Sigma just because of the quieter noise and also because it just feels like it misses less. I really hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. If you liked it, please hit that like button and subscribe down below so you can see more of these videos. And if you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram or any other social media, it'll be right over here. Just follow up and I'd love to interact with some of you. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.